What helps PMSing is actually taking it out on someone else.
Love bombing is the pattern that abusers have, and that was a really unfair accusation. I felt really bad.
Imagine if a guy had blood coming out of his penis 24/7, and imagine it squirting out the penis. It would be a whole. I don't know why you keep doing
Do you
that.
have to do the action?
I don't.
Hello, welcome to the Social Battery, and we're back. Are you excited to be? What a hectic week!
Has it been a
We've
hectic
been missing
week?
each other's calls.
I've barely spoke to Ali, but she has spoke to me. I've been very stressed.
That's so true. Like, I've been messaging Lily every day, not getting responses, and then Natasha asked me this morning. She was like, "Is Lily coming to the studio today?" And I was like, "I assume so."
No. What I've been doing this week. Do you know when you just get so many messages from people, and then you get them all backed up, and then you get so overstimulated that you just don't reply at all?
Yeah.
But then I see it, then I mentally reply in my head. I was like, right, I'll text her that like after I've done this, and then it all just got caught up. But I'm here. We're both here.
Oh God, I'm stuck. You made it. And the thing is, what I like about you is, even though I hadn't heard from you, I just knew you would be here.
I know.
I knew you would be
I
here.
feel like yours sometimes could be like that though. Like, you don't hear, but you'll be there.
Yeah.
So
I lurk in messages sometimes.
Do you?
Lurk and view, but don't respond.
You should have me on Find My
I have been trying to get Lily on Find My iPhone for so long, but it doesn't work on her phone. So the only person I have on Find My iPhone is Days. So every now and then I just randomly look where Days is, and I'll be like, "Oh, she's on the boat."
From Ibiza, because that's when we got the Find My iPhone tracking. I find so much enjoyment tracking you in Days, and it's so. But you're a bit underwhelming because every time I'm like, "Oh, where's Ali?" She's just on your street, just on your street. But
I do go out sometimes. I've been quite busy. I don't know why you haven't seen me in some fun places in the last
to
week.
be fair, I do check at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Well, then I will
like
always
a weird
be
time.
asleep. That's
But
funny.
then Days is like everywhere.
I know, she's a really fun person to
She's
spy
always
on
out
Find
and
My
about.
iPhone. So how's your week been? Because last time, obviously, we did some Halloween stories. We didn't really do a catch-up, so I wanted to check in, just see how you've been going on.
Well, I've had a really good week, and do you know what this week has been for me? I have a word for it.
What?
Gratitude or gratefulness.
Oh, that's so nice.
Like, honestly, this week, I have felt so grateful, and it all started on the Monday. So I took my hair extensions out.
Yeah, you're looking fresh.
And I felt so bald and everything. But then I remembered I had a Kerastase K scan. So I was like, ooh, let me go there. So then I was on the way to the Kerastase K scan to Manchester on the train. And I was looking out the window and I was like, wow, like just over a year ago, I was sat on this train going to uni. My parents would drop me off and think I was going to uni. Then I would just sit at a coffee shop and think, oh, what am I doing?
Oh.
And I was like, now I'm going to Manchester to go to a Kerastase K scan. And then I did the event and I got gifted all these goodies. And I came out and I was like, wow, how lucky am I?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I felt so grateful. And I actually told Days, our friend, and she was like, what you've got to do is, or what I like to do is, when you feel grateful and thankful, give it back out to the universe.
Yeah.
So I got £10 out and gave it to a homeless man.
Oh.
And I did a donation for that Ollie, the baby that's having heart surgery. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
I also did a donation, which they've hit over 1 million now, so we hopefully can get the heart surgery.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been a really grateful week.
Oh, that's so nice. And how's your social battery? Because that sounds really positive.
Well, after Monday, because I had such a productive day, then Tuesday I just kind of like rotted.
That's needed. I'm trying to think what I've done in the last week. So I had quite a busy week. Was it last week? I did a domestic violence panel with Sharon Gafka.
Woo! Don't know who she is, but woo!
So Sharon Gafka used to be she was on Love Island quite a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, and now she works in politics. She's like paved a really strong career in advocating for women and campaigning against violence against women and girls. So I did a panel with her and a couple of other guests, and obviously because it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Didn't even know that.
So it was nice to do something worthwhile, and the conversation was focused on a little bit actually about social media and how domestic violence is talked about on social media, and how you have experts trying to give advice on social media, but you also have people saying things that are maybe a bit unhelpful, and then how complicated that is for the audience to work out what's true and what's not true and what we should look out for. So we also talked about red flags in relationships and things like that, which maybe in the future would be a good thing to think about on the podcast. But that was a really good panel talk. That was nice.
Did you say what red flags you'd be looking out for?
One of the things that I did talk about was when people try to push the relationship along much faster than the amount of time you've been together.
It's so weird, that.
Things like love bombing and pushing for strong levels of commitment really early doors. That was one thing that we talked about.
It's giving big red flag.
Big red flag.
But then some people like to be love bombed, though.
I will say I have fallen for love bombing in my life.
Who doesn't love a love bomb?
Because sometimes, and then in fact, in a different life, when I wasn't with Nanny Plum, I actually called out someone for love bombing me, because I'd seen these things before, and it was really obvious love bombing, like waking up to like 5-paragraph text messages about how I'm the most amazing, beautiful, wonderful person in the world, and I'd known them a couple of weeks, and talking about engagement within 3 weeks, and it was really intense. And I called them out, and I, in a sort of jovial way, I sort of said, it feels a bit like love bombing. Anyway, they went off and spoke to their friend, they spoke to their therapist, and then they came back and they basically turned it all on me. Like, that's really unfair. I don't like that language. That's love bombing is the pattern that abusers have, and that was a really unfair accusation. I felt really bad. So they framed it as, the way they got away with it in that relationship was to say to me, I'm never like this with anybody.
It's just with you.
It's just you.
Oh, I love it. I know it's dead bad, but unpopular opinion.
Art of manipulation. And then they said to me, to kind of like prove that point, they said that in their previous relationships, they've been accused of not being affectionate and not being like loving enough, to make me believe that I was special.
See, that's why love bombing is a hard one.
I thought I'm like reasonably switched on to that kind of thing. But I wasn't 100% comfortable, but I let it slide, because at that point, really early, there were no other red flags. But
I think if I was...
They came later.
If I was to have my next boyfriend, I do want them to like worship the ground I walk on, which technically means love bombing.
Yeah, but I guess it's how
So
quickly
love
you
bomb
get
me?
to that, because people can love bomb you or fill you with love once they know you. I guess what's the red flag bit is when they
But
do
then it
that to
takes
you within a week or
ages.
so. Yeah, it does.
Slow burner.
Slow burner.
I just want someone to meet me and be like, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for all my life. And then just shower me with everything. So I think I am waiting for a love bomb.
Okay, noted.
Which, does that mean I'm toxic?
No, what you're describing is what most of us want, which is to be loved and cared
Bombed
for.
on?
You want to be love bombed. But anyway, I also did a panel with my friend Adele for Sky TV about trans allyship.
Love that.
Because we're coming up to, in November, it'll be a day of remembrance for trans people that have lost their lives.
Yeah, there was one person, do you know Brianna Gray? Yeah, she was like from around like my area. It's so sad.
That was such a sad story, and
Really
the
sad.
Day of Remembrance it's so tragic, but it's to honour people's memory. So people who have either taken their lives or have been killed.
Yeah, and I think it's so important.
Yeah, so we kind of had it was actually a really lovely chat that we had about allyship and how I love that you've kicked the trainers off.
Yeah.
Lily just
comfy.
Lily just got comfy during in the moment. But yeah, the conversation was really nice. It was really nice to be invited, a good opportunity. And obviously I did Late and Live again. I think I've got one more episode with them, which should be next week. But I really want to go in there last week. But I think they don't want me to near the end because they were like, well, what's the point in a psychoanalysis when it's nearly finished?
Oh, but I think that's so exciting. They're like, what are they feeling? And
Yeah.
and like, to be fair, the last season of ours, there was a lot of drama still.
There was. Yeah, I might push because the celebrity house guest in the last week is more fun.
Yeah.
But
Push.
push. I'll try. I saw Izaz last night.
Ooh, reunion.
That was fun. I haven't seen him for ages, but I thought that I had because I went and met him on a lunch break not so long ago, and he was like, "Ali, that was 4 months ago." I was like, "What on earth? Where did the time go?"
Where did you go?
We just went for sushi. I tried to pick a place like halfway between where he works and I live, but it ended up taking me an hour and a half to get there in traffic. So by the time I got there, I was like, "Oh my god." He was making me laugh. Like he casually drops these stories in, and I'm just sat there looking at him like,
What stories?
So he was like, oh, he was laughing while he was telling me this story about how he knocked a woman off her bike.
What?
He was driving his car and he knocked a woman off her bike. She was fine. She was not injured. He was laughing and he was like, oh, you know how it is in the city, like all if you hit a cyclist, all the other cyclists gang up on you. So you can imagine Izaz getting out of his car, suddenly being surrounded by like a mob of angry cyclists, all shouting at him. And he was like, one of them was going, I drive a car too. And he was like, brilliant. What do you want me to do with that information? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, Izaz. I
know.
can imagine how like he was
Panicking.
Like, yeah.
And then he was like, well, and of course he was like, I have like the most ridiculous car.
That's what I was just going to say. He has like a cool sports car. But
It's a bright orange BMW convertible with a personalised number plate. So he can't even do things discreetly on the road. Like if he messes up, people know. And anyway, the woman was fine, but he bought her a new bike and a pair of Lululemon leggings or something.
What the fuck? Run me over?
And he gave her a payout to like compensate her and made sure she was okay
Whoa.
and everything else.
This woman has took advantage of our Izaz.
Well, and
I wish he ran me over. New
Lululemons, a new bike and some cash payout. I think if I've got the facts right. Because he was like so obviously panicked and sorry and wanted to make it up to her.
Someone needs to step in and be like,
But
listen.
then obviously he was thinking at the time like I won't go through insurance. But then
How old was she, the woman?
I don't know.
If
But
she was old, then fair enough.
he snitched on himself to his own insurance company and told them what had happened because he was like, what if, you know, I've given her all this stuff and she still reports me. So, but then, because obviously if you don't report an accident to insurance companies, it's actually much worse for you. You end up getting quite penalised. You might not get covered next time or your rate goes up.
Oh,
but
really?
anyway, she never reported him. So he just snitched on himself and now his insurance is really high.
Oh!
And he did the payout, bought her a bike, the Lululemons and everything else. So that's his update. But it was just the fact he was laughing when he was telling me, and I was
think
like,
it just shows
this is
how
quite a
cute and
serious
nice
story.
Izaz is.
Izaz is lovely.
He's so cute.
He's such a genuine person. Maybe we'll
Yes.
get him on the pod at some point.
Yay! Hi guys. Is he doing his PT stuff still?
Launching January.
Can we go?
Maybe we should let Izaz train us, you know.
But we could do a Patreon episode as Lily and Ali working out.
Yeah. Do you like that we're drinking Prosecco today out of a water glass?
Yeah, we're drinking Prosecco.
I'd already filled up the goblets with some Pepsi. So.
And then I come in, I was like, oh, are you sure you don't want to drink?
And I told Nanny Plum we weren't drinking today.
What's Nanny Plum doing today?
Do you want to know my updates about Nanny Plum?
Go on.
I do have permission to talk about this.
Ooh, I'm excited.
So you know Nanny Plum. Nanny Plum, on the whole, most days of the year, chilled, relaxed, doesn't put pressure on me, sweet, loving, kind, caring.
Yeah.
2 days out of the month, that woman
When Nanny Plum's on a period.
is a nightmare. A nightmare. She goes to bed the other night, grumpy. She wakes up, she rolls over and she looks at me, says something grumpy. And I'd literally just opened my eyeballs, like...
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, what's wrong with you? And she started like giggling because she knows that she's got PMSing. I was like, you're like a different person. And she was like, this is me quite good when I'm PMSing. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Do you PMS?
Not really, but I
Really?
have a lot of problems in that area. So if I did PMS, it would be like every day.
Wow. I PMS like bad.
What do you do when you get PMS?
I'm like a monster. Like Lily goes.
You and Nanny Plum would make good company then, because
My mum-
she's like a different human
My
when
mum was
she's
like,
due on.
You are bad at PMSing. Like Lily just disappears. I don't know who takes over me. But it's so bad, Ellie. I hate everyone and everything.
Do you know what I said to Nanny Plum? I was like, she was raising all these things that she felt grumpy about. And I looked at her and I went, look, any problem you have, I'm very happy to talk about. I'll validate your feelings. I'll hear you out. I'm here for you. However, I don't actually think you're annoyed and upset about these things. I think you're just PMSing, because these are things you would never be upset about.
But that's the
any
worst
other
thing
day.
to hear when you're
you
PMSing.
think?
When someone goes, you're PMSing, I'm like, rah!
She took it really well. It was enough to like shake her out of her mood.
No, I'm like a monster. Like even like the slightest thing annoys me.
I'm going to try and plan something this
Like,
weekend to cheer her up.
Like even, what a nice like girlfriend.
Well, because also I'm a woman, so I understand, like, it's horrible, isn't it? The cycles that you go through across the month.
True.
Like, but anyway, we'll talk about that another time, but maybe I need some tips. So if you're listening, write in. What helps you cheer up when you're PMSing? Because
What helps me? Oh, see, the thing is, even if I order a big takeaway, then I feel shit after
you
it.
feel even worse.
Yeah, you feel like it feels good in the moment.
Yeah.
But then when you bed rot, then you're like, oh, like I literally feel like a slug in a bed.
Yeah. The
Like there's
slug
nothing
life.
that can make you feel better. You've just got to ride the wave.
I literally said to her this morning, she was kind enough to drop me here, and she was apologising for not being herself. And I just said, it's okay, that's life. Like, we ride through the highs and lows. You don't always have to be on your A game.
I actually do think what helps PMSing is actually taking it out on someone else, as a stress relief. Like it does make you feel better because you're so angry inside.
So
I'm
provoke
sorry for
an
the
argument, have a good row, and just get the anger out.
I'm sorry to the other person, but it is so nice to just push it on someone else.
Do you not feel guilty afterwards?
Well, yeah, but
then you've got the anger out.
then you've got the anger out, and then you can apologise.
Yeah.
But at the moment in time, you just need to get it all out and then apologise.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that helps.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is the tone of when people speak while I'm PMSing, the tone of voice.
Yeah. I feel like I don't mind if people say to me like, oh, are you like, you're not yourself, like, are you dual? I don't mind that. But if it comes from a man.
Oh, is that a no-go?
Absolutely not.
Is that a no-go?
Are we both just wiggling our fingers? Absolutely
Have you ever had a
Sorry,
man say to you,
no womb, no
PMSing?
opinion? Yes, my dad said it to me when I was like 14, and I mean, he was probably right. We were on holiday, on a family holiday, and I was 14. I'm now 39, and I can still remember the moment he said it to me, and I remember the blood boiling inside of me. I can even remember what I was wearing.
You were on your period at 14?
Yeah.
What time did you start your period?
13.
Wow.
Yeah.
A young one?
I was mortified, and I remember feeling so embarrassed. But like, obviously I had an older sister, and my mum had already given me the talk and told me where everything was stored in the house, so I knew to get like a pad or whatever. And I remember like wanting to tell my mum. It's such like a crystal clear memory in my head. Like, I remember wanting to tell mum, going downstairs, seeing that mum and dad were watching EastEnders.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to interrupt them because I didn't want my dad to know. So I just went and sorted myself out with the supplies because I knew where they were, and then I told my mum the next day.
Do you want me to tell you how I started my period?
Go on.
So
Why do I feel like this is going to be really traumatic?
I was in bed, and then I was watching a Shane Dawson conspiracy theory video about how the royal family are lizards.
Yeah, I've heard
So
that
then-
conspiracy.
Then I go to the toilet, and I had these like blue turquoise knickers on, and then I go for a wee, and I look down, I'm like, oh, I've shit. Because obviously period blood is red, but mixed in with the blue, it looked like a poodle pants. But I was like, but there's no solid poo, so I was just dead confused.
Oh, it is a confusing time. You kind of think, like, am I dying? And then you remember, oh, I have been told about this.
So then I go downstairs and I was like, oh my God, Mum, I think I've started my period. And I was waiting for ages because I was like 15, 16.
Really?
And my mum was like, oh, okay, we'll get you some pads from the shop.
Oh,
I was like, is that it?
I know.
But I love how casual she was about it.
Yeah, my mum was as well. But then she'd already gone through it with my sister. I won't tell my sister's story, although it did just pop into my head. I'll tell you after the podcast.
But I've never told you about my dad. Like, my dad is like the most, oh, he might be watching this. He's the most awkward human in the world.
You have told me this. He doesn't like any talk about women's stuff.
No, like, and then one time, I think I said to him when I was little, my sister was like, I'm on my period, don't tell Dad. And then I walked in, I was like, Lauren's on her period. I didn't even know what it was. And he was like, do not talk rude. Do not talk rude. That's extremely, extremely rude talk.
Talk rude. But how crazy, though. This is something that, like, most people who have a uterus have periods.
He got dead awkward
so-
about it. He was like, that's really rude talk. I was like, oh my God.
Crazy. Wow.
But my dad's just very awkward.
Yeah. I guess, like, because one part of my brain is like, this is so normal. Like, there shouldn't be a stigma or shame or anything around it. But on the other hand, like, I do understand for people who don't have periods, like, it must be a hard thing to understand and relate to.
I think it's understandable. Imagine if a guy had blood coming out of his penis 24/7 for like 5 days.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like just
It
constantly
must be a hard
squirting
concept
blood.
to understand, I guess. Well, I was going to say 24/7, then I was like, well, that's, yeah.
Well, it is 24/7 blood. And imagine it squirting out the penis. It would be a whole... I don't know why I keep doing
Do you
that.
have to do the action?
I don't
What
know
are the
why
actions for?
I meant
Made for dramatic
going
effect.
out, but like, I think it would be like a whole different situations, periods, if guys had them.
So Germaine Greer is a famous feminist. She wrote a book called The Female Eunuch, and in that book she says, she's a TERF, by the way, so we don't like her, but
What's a TERF?
A trans exclusionary radical feminist, someone that doesn't include trans women in the conversation about feminism. So she basically someone who's a bit anti-trans.
Okay.
And Germaine Greer, she was like a fantastic writer. She was like at the forefront of feminism, white feminism, I will add. She's just not a very inclusive person. So she got a lot of sort of coverage in like the 70s, 80s, but actually her views are a bit outdated. But anyway, in her book, The Female Eunuch, she says that in order to be a truly free and liberated woman, you must be comfortable with tasting your own menstrual blood.
We've got to taste it.
She says if you're really comfortable with yourself and a true feminist, you would be comfortable with tasting your own period blood.
Have you tasted yours?
No. Have you?
No, but like, I don't know if I could. Imagine eating a clot.
Ooh. Well, that was very specific.
No, but like, do you know what I mean?
Because her argument is like, if you cut your finger, you'd suck your finger. Like, it wouldn't gross you out. So the only reason people are grossed out by period blood is because it comes from the female genitalia, that area, which people have decided is dirty, even though it isn't. That's her argument.
What the fuck?
That's her argument.
Do you know what my argument is? Why are tampons and pads not free?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. However, I do think, and I'm a hypocrite because I don't do this, but I do think we should be encouraged to be using more sustainable sanitary products, things like period pants or like the cup.
The cup.
Yeah.
Do you remember, actually, with the cup, what is it, a menstrual cup?
Yeah.
I remember when me and Daisy shared the same bed, I rolled around her bed and she had it on her side. I went, oh, look at this cute little finger, started spinning it in my hand. And she was like, that's my menstrual cup. I was like, what's that? She was like, oh, it goes up, it's up there. I was like, ah! I was like, has it been washed? And she was like, a bit, yeah, but like not fully. And I was like, holy shit, that's been up her and it's in my hand.
Well, that shows how comfortable and liberated you are with natural parts of the woman's cycle.
It's crazy. Do you have a menstrual cup?
I don't have a cup. I do wear period underwear, But I have a
Do you just wash them?
period underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
But I will say I have to like double up with protection because I have a cyst in my uterus muscle wall and I have a fibroid in my uterus muscle wall. It
God,
means
it's all coming out now. I never knew this.
It means I have very heavy bleeding. So period underwear on its own wouldn't be enough. So even though tampons are bad for the environment, I do use both at the same time.
Wow. That's insane.
But very, very painful. That's why I'm always in pain, always unwell.
Wow.
And the NHS...
You know, you do have a lot of stomach issues.
The NHS are like, good luck. We have no treatments for you. We're not operating. Bye. And that's my life.
My IBS stomach issue queen. Do you know what's funny though? We're on about periods. We actually got invited to a flow event tomorrow that we can't make it.
I know. I'm actually a bit gutted about that, but they didn't give us
And this
much
was our
notice.
first invite together.
Yeah,
but
it was to watch a women's football match as well, and then the debate was about something to do with women's health, and it was sponsored by Flow.
I think it was like women's sport while, you know, having a period.
Yeah. I would have really liked to go to that.
You would have loved that.
I know, but
I
I
would
just
have
didn't
loved it,
have
but you
enough
would have
notice. And going back to our conversation that we were having, not last week, but the week before, about friendships and stuff, the reason I can't go to that event is because I put a date in the diary to see a couple of my friends that I haven't seen for ages, and I will not cancel on my friends, even for an event that I really want to go to.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love it. Especially when something's made in advance. I feel like you would only cancel if it's like bad.
Yeah.
You're badly ill.
No, I don't. Yeah, badly ill. I like to give
But you
effort
never
to my
cancel
friends.
or anything.
No.
You are very reliable.
Try to be. Obviously, we all have our moments, but I try to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have some questions for you.
Ooh!
Thinking about, and I guess I'm getting you to blind react to these a little bit. So we
Go on.
are we all caught up? I think we're all caught up, aren't we?
Yeah.
I looked at my notes and it says Nanny Plum is grumpy ? But moving on, this podcast is called The Social Battery. We know what the social battery is. We know how it can get drained by certain things or events or people, shall I say.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read out to you a list of things, that can drain your social battery.
Gotcha.
And I want you to give me your kind of unfiltered reaction to these things.
Okay.
So, for example, I'll give an example of one for me. Something that happens to me since leaving Big Brother is people go, "What are you doing now?" And I don't know how to explain it in like a quick way.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing a bit of my old work. I'm doing like the panel discussions that I was talking about earlier. Obviously, we did like things like panel discussions at Reading Festival. There's so much stuff that's quite varied and quite different. I've done...
You just do a bit of like everything.
Yeah.
Now.
And I don't know how to explain it to people. So I
wouldn't know how you would explain it.
Well, I think I talk it down because I just say not a lot.
You talk yourself down so much.
And the reason
I've noticed this and I've said this.
But the reason I say not a lot is just because I don't know how to explain what I do and it feels like it's too long.
And you don't give yourself the credit you deserve.
Aww.
But yeah. No, I agree. I feel like you do talk yourself down. Like, I'd be like, "Oh, Wally, what you done?" You'd be like, "Oh, I just did this." I'll be like, "What the fuck? You just did that?" And you're like, yeah. I'm like, "Oh my God."
I think because obviously the way I used to work, I would work... Yeah, at one point in time, I was working all day in a hospital in my NHS job, and then I would come home. I had private practice as well, so I'd work all through the evening. There were days or weeks when I'd be working like 18-hour days, sleeping, getting up, working, and now I feel like I've just dialed back so much on what I used to do. So I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so things that drain your social battery. What about when you're added into a WhatsApp group chat when they haven't asked you first, they just drop you in?
If I just get dropped into a random group, that would never happen because I only have like 4 friends.
Oh, do you know who I thought about when I wrote that? Days.
Oh my God.
Because she's in our group chat like the silent assassin.
But can we
She
talk
never
about Days for a
comments.
second? I was telling her this last night when I called her. Days is like the biggest socialite in the world. I said to Days...
She's a busy gal.
I don't know. I said to her, I was like, how do you have the social battery to keep like
To keep
all these
going.
friends and these like her
yeah.
social battery is big. Like Daisy's like mutual friends. Like we walked down the street. She's like, oh hello Emily. Oh, it's lovely to see you. What? We walked down the next street. Oh my god, hi Zach. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, oh, well, yeah, I know this. Do you know what? Actually, I've
Never happens to me. When I go out, I never see anyone I know.
No.
Ever.
She went to me. She was like, oh, but you have that. Like when you go to the corner shop, they know you. I was like, Daisy, I live in a small town. I was
The
like,
woman that sells you your vapes.
yeah. I was like, that's the one that sells me the vapes. I was like, you're in the capital of the UK.
Yeah.
And every street you go down, you know someone. I was on FaceTime with her a couple of months ago. And she bumped into this guy. And she was like, oh, hi. And I was like, God, Daisy, seeing someone down the street again. And she was like, oh, you might know him, you know. I was like, oh, really? She was like, oh, he's off Sex Education.
Oh.
He's the guy with the lesbian mums.
I haven't seen it.
You've not watched Sex Education?
No.
Ali, you will love it.
Would I?
I don't know, maybe, but you would. The mum reminds me of my mum, Otis's mum, the sex therapist.
Other things, small talk at the hairdressers.
If I'm getting my nails, my lashes, or my hair, it's so, especially if you go to somewhere new, the overthinking of a conversation is like insane. Like the fact that you're gonna have to have a conversation with this person for about 4 hours, but then it's like the conversation stopped. Do you start the conversation again?
Yeah.
Or do you just leave it silent? But then I'm thinking maybe she just wants to crack on with my hair. Maybe she doesn't even want a conversation with me. I was like, because to be honest, I don't want a conversation with her.
I used to dread it, but I will say in the last few years, I found my hairdresser Eddie.
And then it gets easier.
And I love going to see him because I love chatting to him. And now I consider him a friend. So going to the hairdressers no longer has that element of, oh God, they're going to talk to me. Now I enjoy it. And I'm like, oh, I'll never leave him. So he better not leave London. Eddie, if you're listening, you're probably not listening. But if you are, please don't leave London. I need you in my life.
You spoke about Eddie when I first met you. I was like, my hairdresser Eddie. And you spoke so highly of him. I was like, I would love to meet Eddie.
The nicest man. And in Big Brother, when my roots were coming through, I was like, Eddie.
Yeah, we love Eddie.
Also, question, because every time I go to the hairdressers, I wonder this, and I don't have the answer. When you have your hair washed, are you supposed to shut your eyes or not?
That's such a good question. Because I keep my eyes open, but I feel like they're washing my hair. I'm like,
so my thing is,
do you know what's awkward when they do a massage?
yeah, I say no to the massage because I'm like, this is my thinking. Let me take you through my thinking process. So I don't want to look like I'm enjoying it too much.
Yeah, because you're like, ooh, that's really, because you want to be silent, but then you're like, actually, I want the massaging my scalp. I should say thank you. So I'm like, ooh, that's very nice. And it's just so
I don't want to
awkward.
gross them out by being like, So
I'm like, ooh.
And I also like, that's why I don't shut my eyes. I don't know, like it feels too vulnerable. So what I do, but also you don't want to be eyeballing them while they're washing your hair.
Yeah.
With your eyes wide open. So what I do is like, I look down, but I don't shut my eyes.
Wow.
And I make sure they can see I'm blinking so they don't think that I'm like, But most people shut their eyes, I think.
No, yeah. I sound like such a twat, especially when I go for a blow dry in London. I feel like a really like strong northerner when they're doing it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Can I quickly go for a wee, please?
Do you need it right now? Because we're going to finish soon.
Like, I'm literally like, it's like on the tip of like, I'm
Go to the loo.
like
I've
been trying to hold it in.
For fuck's sake. How funny. Jack's just going to have to cut out the wait and just be like, Lily goes for a wee, Lily comes back.
When I'm going to be honest, I hold it since the camera started rolling.
Okay, so next thing that drains your social battery, you may, what did we say? Oh, we were talking about the hairdressers. Voice notes that are more than a minute long.
I love them, but any voice note I get gets time prize too.
Yes, 100%. When I see a voice note pop up on WhatsApp and it's more than a minute long, I have some friends who message me 5 or 6 minute long voice.
I can't do 5 or 6. I'm like FaceTime me.
Now I'm like, There are some people who I don't live near who I want to hear from, and I will sometimes message them saying, tell me everything that's going on in your life. I need to know because I feel out the loop. And what I'll do is I'll save their voice note for when I'm driving or walking the dog, and those are the voice notes I want to receive. When someone is literally just messaging me about something like, oh, do you want to get breakfast tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I see a voice note popping up that's 3 minutes long, I have to mentally prepare myself to listen to it because I know there's going to be so much stuff in there that probably doesn't need to be in there.
I get that. But I much prefer a voice note than a text.
If it's quick.
If it's quick. One thing I really, really struggle with, and I don't think anyone talks about this. I think it's just me that struggles with it. I don't know if anyone else. But especially if it's like someone new, I really struggle of how to end the phone conversation. Like, I'm like, hi, I'm gonna go now. Well, it was nice. I hate it. I don't know how to end a phone conversation.
But you always just say, oh, I've got to go do this now, so I'll speak to you later. And that's perfectly fine.
No, but like, I don't know. I just find it so awkward with someone new. Like, I'm like, what if they want to stay on the phone longer with me? Do you know what I mean?
Well, you only have time for what you have time for.
It just like proper awkwards me out with how you go about it. Like with someone like you, I'll just be like, oh right, gotta go now, blah blah blah. But to be fair, like when we came out the house and I first on the phone with you, I did find it awkward how to end the phone. And I'm like, yeah, gonna go now.
It is with me though. Like I like to have relationships with people where I'm like, drop in, drop out. Feel relaxed. That's the environment I want to create for my friends. Like I want them to know there's no pressure.
Very chilled
pop
vibes.
In, pop out. Like even with making plans, I want them to know, like, if you need to cancel, it's fine, but I would love you to be there because I love you. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't ever want anyone to feel pressured.
Like yes, no pressure. Like I love a friendship as well, like where you like don't have to talk for 2 weeks, or like it could be like 2 months. So you meet each other, then it's just like
you've never been
like
apart.
Nothing's been.
My friend Izzy is like that.
We love
Izzy, our other ginger queen.
I love all of Ali's friends so much.
I do have some really nice friends, and I was
Your friends are like sick. Like they're again like dead cool. Like you're all dead cool.
They're like boss women. They've all got they've all worked really hard to create a life for themselves that's really impressive. But
they're all like dead clever as well.
I don't share them so much on Instagram because they don't have like open social media.
Yeah.
Like if I see you, I'll like pop a pic up and like post us, or like someone else from Big Brother, I'll put it on my Instagram. But I don't often share my friends because I'm worried about their privacy. Someone texted you.
Sorry,
Keeping
that's so rude. Sorry, I'm
We're
just
literally recording a podcast. You've got your shoes off. You've been checking your phone. I've seen it happen like 3 or 4 times. I was like, I'm not going to mention it. And then when
sorry.
who's got you smiling at your phone, Lily?
No, sorry, Dylan messaged me, my manager, and they're like that. I'm so sorry.
By the way, this is a fake living room. We're not actually at home. You're not actually on my couch at home.
Apologies.
We're working here.
Dylan texted me for...
What the hell? Oh my God, my absolute worst thing that drains my social battery.
Tell us.
Well, I've hyped it up now. It's not that exciting. But when you are like in a job and you go on training or something else and they make you do an icebreaker activity where you have to introduce yourself with a fun fact.
Well, I didn't even know that because I've never had a job like that.
Yeah.
What?
And you sit in a room, say you're on training or something, you're sitting in this room and it's like creeping death as it comes around the room. And everyone's going, hi, I'm Jocelyn and I am an acrobat in my spare time.
What do you say?
Well,
what did you say?
I never know what to say. I'm just like, I don't have any interesting like sound bites about myself, I don't think. Although I will say I'm at night school at the moment. Have I ever talked about this on the pod? I
think you have talked about this on the podcast.
I'm back at night school anyway. I haven't told anybody that I was on Big Brother or anything like that. So,
sorry. Excuse me. Normally I say bless me, but I'm like, fuck. That was really...
I can't believe you just did that, I'm actually crying. Like, how did you just do that? Fully into the microphone. What the hell? Like,
No, now I'm like,
oh my god, tears are actually running down my face. Like, at what point?
Today's been a really emotional episode.
At what point did you forget that we were recording a podcast and you just
I made her cry.
you've made me cry and now you're filming me during the podcast?
Sorry.
What the hell?
Oh my god! Do you know what I was trying to do? So it like really got trapped in my stomach. So I thought when you like release it, but then like smooth it out.
Can I just say? Oh, I don't even know what I was going to say.
No, but you're on about night school.
I'm far too old to find burps that funny.
It was just so I can't breathe.
That came from the depths of hell again. You can't even blame Massaman Curry this time.
I had a Massaman curry last night.
Oh my god!
It's a Massaman curry.
It is the Massaman Curry every time. Have I got mascara down my face?
No, but just dab a bit because it looks a bit wet.
Like I've been crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, night school.
Okay. I don't even know what I was going to say. Oh,
You've
we've
got
done
to
our like
introduce
cheesy
yourself.
introductions.
What did you say?
I'm Ali and I'm a psychologist. I never said anything.
Was you like, I was on Big Brother?
No, not at all. And then one woman was like, I swear I recognise you.
No, she defo knew you.
She saw me, I think, actually, because at night school I'm retraining to do something to do with ADHD. Obviously, people have watched the Hidden 20 podcast. So, yeah. So one of them saw me on the Hidden 20 podcast.
I was on the Hidden 20 podcast.
We love Hidden 20.
We love Hidden 20.
Do you have any things that are like just randomly awkward or drain your social battery?
Friends where, but I feel like this is my fault as well because I get scared sometimes. Sometimes when I meet someone new, I feel like there has to be a conversation 24/7. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there can't be any silence.
You like a bit of like comfortable veg out time
Yeah,
with friends. I like that too.
What I like in a friendship is where we can both just sit down, not speak, and be on our phones.
Sorry, I'm still thinking about that, but I can't stop thinking about it.
I've got a proper double gym when I do it. I go, ugh. I didn't expect. I think my face goes.
It's the fact that you full frontal down the microphone did it.
I did. Ali, do you know like when you can just get a bit of trapped wind there and then you just go. Like I thought it was going to be one of them where it just seeps out my throat.
I've got one, but I'm saying this, but I do it myself. Knowing that it's probably draining and boring for other people.
That's what I thought it was going to be. Do you see what I just did there?
I did.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
More discreet.
Yeah, like a bit like.
So my one is people who talk about their dreams in really a lot of detail. I do that to people. I'll be like, I had this weird dream last night.
That's what you did last week.
And then
I
did. That's exactly what I mean.
No,
At least
that was actually interesting.
I'm self-aware, so I will spend like 20 minutes telling people a dream I've had. However, and bless him, I'm making noises by the microphone. I'm doing what we were told not to do. But my brother, bless him, where he used to tell me his dreams in so much detail. Like he would call me up and it'd be an hour as he replayed his dreams like step by step. And I used to be like, but to be fair, I did get a bit invested because then I would be like Googling the meaning of the dreams and things like that. But sometimes when people tell me their dreams in a lot of detail, I'm just like...
No, and do you know what I think? And then to be fair, when you're telling someone and they just are not listening and then you're like, oh yeah, but
But I think I sometimes look like I'm not listening, but I take everything in when people are talking to me. But sometimes I'll be doing this, like looking around and like playing with things. But I'm always listening.
Just puffing on your vape.
Yeah, even when I look like I'm not. Okay, I think we've got time for one dilemma before we close this episode.
Woo!
Are you ready for it?
Lily and Ali, the master.
I had so much to say about social battery, but I'm just scrolling past my notes because that all went out the window with the burp. Okay. Oh, I think you'll be good to answer this one. Maybe we can fit two really quickly. Okay. Dear Lily and Ali, I've been speaking to a few people on Hinge or various dating apps for a while, getting to know people, but nothing ever grows from conversations that I'm having, and it doesn't seem to go anywhere particularly. I feel like the cycle repeats itself. What should I do, and am I the problem?
You are absolutely not the problem.
No.
I think you've got to also remember that you're actually just focusing on online dating.
Yeah.
Maybe try speed dating.
Oh, good suggestion.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone speed dating?
No, I want to, like, just for... I think that would be hilarious.
Maybe we should host a speed dating event.
That would be insane.
A social battery speed dating event.
I think it's so... fun.
I know someone on that topic. I'm so sorry. Like, I've got snot and tears from the laughing. I know a couple who met speed dating and they're married now and they had a baby.
Exactly. Well, that's what. Because as well, I personally find when I do love a good dating app, but sometimes for some other people, it's quite hard to connect over text.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also think be really careful with online dating because I used to...
All yours ended in a disaster. Can I say that?
You can. It's true. Everyone I've met online has not worked out.
But some people, to be fair, my brother met... Oh, I don't know.
But I know loads of people where the opposite is true. Like, they've met their husband or their wife online dating.
I think in this generation, especially in London, every time I ask someone, how did you meet? Hinge or Tinder?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's so normal. It's like the only way to meet people out of your like friendship group nowadays.
Yeah.
I would say with online dating, back in the day, I used to talk to people quite a long time before I met them because I thought I don't want to meet someone that I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
But I think actually that's the wrong thing to do. I think you should meet with people quite quickly because what might be happening is that people are talking to so many people, but they don't have intention to meet, or they're not dating with intention.
Yeah.
And they're just talking to lots of people.
And it can string you along as well.
It can string you along.
What stresses me out about a dating app is I'm texting them, but are they texting other people? Because remember,
But on dating apps, they will be. And they could be talking to a lot of people. A lot of people. That's why I think... have a little bit of
what if someone else is putting something flirty and they're like, ooh.
Yeah. But then that's fine because if they're not for you, they're not for you. But I think the thing with online dating is weed them out quickly. I would say within I think actually...
What would be like the exact timing, would you say?
I would say like a week, 2 weeks, a few exchanges of messages, like a plan to meet for a coffee or a drink.
Would you start setting up the plan for a date, or would you wait for them?
So once upon a time, I would have always waited for the other person, but not now. I think my learning, I think my learning has said, like, you need, when you're talking to people, especially if you're speaking to lots of people, you need to work out who's dating with intention. And you need to rule out the people that are not, or like not on your vibe. So put a plan forward to meet pretty quickly. Don't spend weeks or even months talking to somebody because they may have no intention of meeting with you. It might just be like an ego boost for them. They might not be dating for the same reasons as you. But if you put forward a plan to meet very quickly, even just for a cup of coffee or a drink within the first few weeks, you rule out people who are not serious about dating. And it can be painful because you feel rejected, but I think it's good to get rid of those people. And to this person writing in, you're not the problem.
No,
like
they are the problem.
Yeah, and be
even if they're not the problem, they are the problem.
They are, and have confidence in yourself. Date as yourself. Don't pretend to be somebody else because
I do that.
Yeah, do you know what?
I have like a persona.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
I used to, but the problem is that if you're looking for fine if you just want to casually date. if you're looking for a relationship with somebody, you need to take your first steps as yourself, because further down the line, you don't want it to suddenly be a situation where you're revealing your true self and then they don't like it. Better off to start as yourself, be authentic, be yourself, and then if it doesn't work out, fine. You'll always meet somebody that is for you. But don't worry about games or this or that. Be yourself, if you're, and you'll find the right people. And
but
you'll
then,
get rid of
what
people
if you
a lot
go
quicker.
for a few guys and then you get rejected and you're like, it must just be me?
It's not you. It's just a really hard world, dating. It's really hard. And
Well,
relationships
Bo
are the
came
hardest
out
things you can do.
and said, if you're in a relationship, that's embarrassing.
Oh, really?
Bo came out with it and said it's embarrassing to be in relationships these days.
Do you know that they've done psychological studies on happiness, and the happiest people are single women?
Well, Ali's friend is, can I say Ali's friend is
Yeah,
single?
yeah.
Ali's friend has been single all of her life. And when I mean, when Queen Elizabeth died, she took the throne in my eyes.
She's an icon.
She's
a consultant. She's a doctor. She has amazing fashion sense. And her whole thing is, look, she's not anti-relationship. However,
she's just happy being on her own.
Yeah, and because her life is so good, she's got a nice house, she's got her dog, she's got her friends, she's got her family. She is only going to welcome people into her life if they add to that.
I genuinely aspire to be your friend. I'm not going to say a name.
Yeah.
But she is my icon.
She's an icon.
Like, I actually can't explain how much I am obsessed with her.
So I love her too, but we're coming to the end of the episode. So are there any final thoughts you want to say to our writer who wrote in with her dilemma?
No, I think we've covered everything. What do you want to say?
Just that you're not the problem. Dating online is really...
He's the problem. Or she. You're never the problem.
Dating online is really difficult. It's really tricky. Go in, be yourself, and never take rejection as a sign that there's something wrong with you, because actually these people have never met you, so they don't know. They don't know what they're missing out on. And... you've got to think like... It's just that they're talking to lots of people. Some people cast their net so wide because they're hoping to snag that one. And I think some people have cast their net so wide they've forgotten why they're on dating apps.
Yes, I feel like that's so important.
Yeah.
That's so important.
But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into The Social Battery. We had a lovely time today. Make sure that you follow and subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, where else? Spotify. And we'll be here next week. Love you loads.
I love you.